We all know what you see on reality TV isn't exactly what you get. But how far did the 90 Day Fiancé producers go to get the storylines they wanted?
Audio's rolling?
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Busy bees. 90 Day Fiancé may be entertaining for viewers, but the producers that create the show are working non-stop to make it happen. Alon, the senior vice president of the production and development at TLC, told E! Online that it was impossible to be bored working on set, as they were doing a million things, from casting to pre-production planning, to viewing edits of the show, to resolving any unexpected scenarios that pop up. It's no wonder they may not be very considerate of some of the cast's feelings, because they're so stressed out themselves. Editing. Reality TV is prone to editing in order to get the storylines they desire. Devon Clegg, who appeared on 90 Day Fiancé the other way, is one particularly angry with how she fell victim to this. She recalls in a now-deleted Instagram Live that a scene where her daughter Drusilla was running out into the streets and her husband Ji-hoon was yelling at her instead of saving her daughter. This caused backlash as viewers think she's fabricating the story to gain sympathy.
I feel like I just ruined my life. I just ruined my kid's life, and I just want to crawl into a hole and disappear.
However, Devon claimed that it was the producers who edited the clip out. She also called them out for featuring her daughter on screen when they promised she would take no part in it. Not just deleted scenes, but clips of the cast's reactions are often not genuine as they're spliced together. Andrew Kenton, who appeared on season 8, revealed on his Instagram story that during the tell-all, production had stretched his reactions to dramatize the show.
But that makes no sense.
His reactions were basically not authentic. Outfit selection. Stephanie Davidson from season 8 of the reality show had accused producers of making her dress more inappropriately to be desirable to men. The 52-year-old spills that they would ask her to wear something low-cut and to purchase a dress with a plunging neckline, which she was not happy with.
You know what? This is over!
Filming tactics. In an effort to get that authentic feel, producers are not allowed to enter the room when filming has begun because they don't want the cast to be aware that they're on a TV show. The camera's placed following them instead of being put at optimal angles for shots to make audiences feel like they're a part of the conversation. They also purposefully show cameras rolling in between takes, which can be quite uncomfortable to watch, but it's done to replicate real-life awkward moments. Plus, if something juicy suddenly occurs, they can assemble a camera crew at the drop of a hat to capture it. Manipulative tactics. In order to get reality TV cast members to spill the tea in confessionals, they likely cannot get it out of them by asking them directly to say their true feelings about a particular family member on camera, like, how do you like your aunt? So they'll ask multiple questions, such as if they ever feel betrayed by a family member, to get the conversation rolling. Sometimes they'll even ask hypothetical questions, like if they think a family member would ever do a bad thing, and take the quotes out of context in the editing room.
I never thought in a million years that this would come to this.
Arguments. Collaborating with producers may actually impose a health risk. At least that's what Larissa dos Los Santos Lima from season 6 thinks when she got into a huge disagreement with them that landed her in the hospital. The TLC star was fired via a phone call after making her Cam Soda, an adult film platform, debut. She explained that she previously got into trouble with them when she was taking anti-anxiety medication during the filming of the show.
I got it. Lauren.
Her frustrations got worse when the producers wanted her to act more aggressively. She also complained about how they would film for hours just to show 2 minutes. The last argument they had was when Larissa posed a picture of her plastic surgery, which led to a fight with the producers, who didn't think she should post the content. And the high pressure from the argument was not good for someone who had just performed surgery, and she had to go to the hospital because of it. Yikes. Long days. Producers may not have the best reputation, but they themselves may not be in the best mood due to the long days they have to shoot at a time. Filming takes place throughout the 90 days, where these international couples have to get married before their K-1 visa expires, so the cameras are rolling most of the 2.5-month process. Not to mention, these days are 12 hours long.
This no good.
They're around the cast for such long periods of time that they don't even realize they're there. With such an unpredictable schedule, we bet the producers may be a bit snappy when it comes to their treatment of the casts. How it started. In 2012, Matt Sharp, an executive producer of 90 Day Fiancé, saw a television news piece about Americans going abroad to find love. They were mainly talking online and were meeting them for the first time, and Sharp thought of how exciting it was for them to experience a whole new culture. The network originally pitched the show called International Love, with the premise of Americans who met partners online and explored these international relationships. However, no network picked it up. Matt Sharp admitted that it was a terrible title. Sharp recalled that all the female networks thought the pitch felt too male, and all the male networks thought it was too feminine. They then revamped the concept to make it more male-dominant by calling it Bachelor Wars Russia, with the storylines about men flying abroad to meet women. However, that still wasn't convincing. After delving deeper, they soon learned that there's a 90-day time frame to obtain a K-1 visa, and as soon as they found out, Sharp just knew their TV show was going to fly. It was actually turned down by the networks one last time until he had a stroke of luck of meeting Howard Lee, the now general manager of TLC, who heard the pitch and was excited as TLC was looking for more relationship-focused shows at the time. When they saw the first taping of the show, producers were actually worried that it was too authentic. The houses were not glamorous, and they were not screaming at the top of their lungs to dramatize the events, but they decided that people can probably relate more to these scenarios. Audition process. Although the waiting process for a visa may seem daunting, most of the time it's an act to dramatize the storylines, as the international cast member has to already be in the queue for a visa, so they're very likely to receive it anyway.
Did you get the K-1?
What do you think?
Yes.
Casting is quite difficult, as you have to find people who are authentically falling in love, not just random strangers who are single like on The Bachelor. They originally spoke to immigration officers to ask for contacts. Production also does extensive background checks, and sometimes a less than stellar past may actually help you get in, as they want people who are interesting. After that, there are rounds and rounds of interviews. Sharp told the Reality Life with Kate Casey podcast that we're not looking for villains or heroes. We're looking for real people with interesting backgrounds and stories, and potentially interesting situations. These were people who you would have never seen on TV before. He added that a lot of the producers come from the teen mom world because that show had a lot of authenticity in it. However, being on the show doesn't actually help couples go through the visa process any easier.
I don't know if I can keep my green card or I'm gonna lose it.
The producers are not that powerful. In order to obtain a K-1 visa, the couples must have filled out mandatory forms, have a passport, proof of country of residence, evidence of their relationship with the U.S., and proof that they've met at least once within the 2 years of filing the petition. This can take several months to complete. It looks like many of the stars on the show are pretty unsatisfied with how producers handled their time on reality TV.
It's really happening. It's not a nightmare. It's really happening. That's what it felt like.
But at the same time, they are in charge of creating entertainment for audiences. Do you think the producers go too far? Let us know in the comments below. Like this video if you want to stay up to date on the latest reality TV news, and we'll see you next time on The Things Reality.